Well, the cosmetics market is sure flooded with a lot of products promising to just take years off your skin. But the truth really in all this is in those ingredients, that big long list of things. That's
Yeah, most of them we can't even pronounce. But OBGYN Doctor Anna Cabeca, also known as the girlfriend doctor, is the author of the upcoming book, Menopause. Now, she joins us now live to talk about the best ingredients for your skin and what to kick to the curb. Thank you, Dr. Anna, for being here.
It is a pleasure to be here with you. Thanks for having me.
All right, we want to jump right in and talk about aging. We know it's a part of life, but how can we really make sure that we're aging well on the outside, but also on the inside?
Yeah, and I think it's really important to understand, like, beauty is from the inside out, really more so than the outside in, but we are completely overloaded with all kinds of topical products that are anti-aging. So I really talk about that beauty starts with healthy digestion for a glowing complexion and hormone balance and getting rid of inflammation. Those are key to aging really well. And I always say menopause is natural, but suffering is optional.
Well, I understand the menopause part. That's for sure. But you're right. You don't want to suffer through it. And I know there's a lot of products on the market right now promising results when it comes to aging. So how do you know which ones are actually going to work and which ones are just a bunch of hype?
I think always when we're looking at products to decide to bring into our home, we want to look at those with the best reviews, the highest testimonials, and the most natural ingredients, and that we can understand exactly what's in it and what it can do for us.
So talk to us about, go ahead.
There's certainly like a growing interest in peptides and plant stem cells that are really driving up the anti-aging market, that have such good science behind them, and they are naturally derived. And so versus some of the toxic ingredients we really want to avoid.
So you've touched on a little bit about ingredients. So what ingredients should we avoid with anti-aging products? And does it vary depending on your skin type?
It really is kind of uniform. There's like these top few ingredients, and I think PP passed. So parabens, and those are found as a preservative in chemicals in your shampoos. Those are really toxic. Phthalates that are a known hormone disruptor, and it's in our plastic bottles, and we see this in umbilical cord blood. Aspartame, I'm talking about lubricants, you'll see aspartame and petroleum. Those are just toxic in so many ways. And, topical products that, feel good, but are toxic for you. And another one that's in our shampoos and soaps and cleansers that we definitely want to avoid is sodium lauryl sulfate. It's very common, and it can harm the nervous system. And finally, one that's been used certainly in hand sanitizers as a disruptor is triclosan or triclocarbon. And that can definitely affect our own body's natural immunity.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of the ones that they're calling now forever chemicals that once they get in there, they stay in your system. So let's talk about this. If someone's working toward aging well inside and outside, what can they do? Where do they start?
Definitely want to start with the gut and the GI tract. So it's eliminating sugar. I'm really big on eliminating sugar, gluten, and dairy. It's not very popular, but if we're having constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, bloating after our meals, I mean, all of that is telling us that the bacteria, projected bacteria in our gut, it's not on par, right? It's not working as the first line of defense. So healing that is number one. So those three things: eliminate sugar. I mean, seriously, if we just eliminate sugar, high fructose corn syrup from our lives, that will make a huge difference in aging. It is the number one aging ingredient in any of our foods, for sure.
Interesting. As we get ready to celebrate Valentine's Day, a lot of people will be getting sugar.
I got to say,
well, dark chocolate, we can allow some good, high quality, 80% above dark chocolate for sure.
A few of the antioxidants in there will make up for it. That is so true. It's so true. I've heard so much talk about sugar of late, so it completely makes sense. Don't take my caffeine away from me just yet, but I'll give up the sugar. Dr. Anna, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you. All right. Well.